This is Myanmar, a country that just a decade ago was one of the fastest growing economies in Asia. It was even called Asia's next rising economy. Foreign investments were pouring in, new businesses were opening every day, and modern infrastructure was being built across the country. But today, everything has changed. Broken buildings, destroyed roads, the sound of gunfire and fighter jets in the sky. Millions of people have lost their homes. There are no jobs, no food for many. The economy is collapsing. What's even more shocking is Myanmar has no clear external enemy. Yet, it has fallen into a brutal civil war. So, what went wrong? To understand this, we need to go back in history. In 1824, the British Empire launched the First Anglo-Burmese War. After several conflicts, in 1885, the entire region of Burma, now Myanmar, was fully taken over by the British. Instead of ruling it as a separate colony, they made it part of British India. They applied a divide and rule strategy, creating divisions among ethnic groups, and this planted the seeds of future conflict. Myanmar gained independence in 1948, but soon after independence, ethnic conflicts began to rise. Different groups took up arms against the government. In 1962, the military seized power in a coup led by General Navin. From that moment, democracy in Myanmar effectively ended. The economy collapsed, and the country became isolated from the rest of the world. In 1988, a massive pro-democracy movement began, known as the 8888 Uprising. Millions of people took to the streets, but the military responded with brutal force. During this time, Aung San Suu Kyi emerged as a key political leader. Her party won the 1990 elections by a landslide, but the military refused to hand over power and kept her under house arrest for years. Things started to change around 2011. The military began easing control, allowing political reforms and economic opening. Foreign investment returned, factories were built, jobs increased, internet and smartphones spread rapidly across the country. Myanmar was finally moving forward again. In 2015, Aung San Suu Kyi's party won the elections and formed a civilian government. But the military still held significant power behind the scenes. Then came the turning point. On February 1st, 2021, the military staged another coup. They arrested Aung San Suu Kyi and took full control of the country. At first, people protested peacefully. Doctors, teachers, and workers joined a nationwide civil disobedience movement. But the military responded with violence. People were arrested, many were killed, and some disappeared without a trace. Eventually, people realized peaceful protests were not enough. So they took up arms. Resistance forces formed, and Myanmar plunged into a full-scale civil war. Today, the country is divided. On one side, the military. On the other, the people and resistance groups. The economy has collapsed. Unemployment has skyrocketed. Poverty is rising rapidly. Millions are struggling just to survive. But this is no longer just an internal conflict. Myanmar has become a geopolitical battleground. Global powers like China and United States are both deeply interested in the region. Because of its strategic location near the Malacca Strait, Myanmar is extremely important for global trade and power balance. Conclusion: Myanmar's collapse did not happen overnight. It is the result of decades of conflict, military control, ethnic divisions, and political power struggles. And today, the people of Myanmar are paying the ultimate price.